and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on the ones and twos with Harrison on it was a kind of an interesting weather day, I'll be perfectly honest. I woke up this morning, the sunrise had that kind of orange glow, that fall, like it was getting us prepared, and then now it's a little bit overcast.
Yeah, there's some people out there. I don't know what happened, but it was like beautiful, bright and sunny when me and Jay Foreman were talking. And these people are out there. It's pretty nice out, in some shorts, t-shirt, and then it just started downpouring on them. There's a little cloud burst as well. So I don't know what the weather's going to be today, but nonetheless, I'll take it. I was at the game yesterday. A little too hot for me in October. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to be just like sweating out there in the stadium.
Well, and you said you got to go to it and you got to enjoy a win and the experience and all that. So, I mean, kind of what was the highlight for you?
The second half. The first. So obviously pregame, I ate all the way the very last one. So pretty much right up until kickoff. So I'm like, all right, I know I'll be there a little bit late. And heading to the game, I'm like, we must be killing it, because I know I'm like not that late. All of a sudden I hear the crowd going nuts. I'm like, oh, we scored already. This is great. Me and my buddy Sam, who got me the great seats, we pull up, we block a punt, we score again, and then we didn't see the offense for 40 minutes. Real time.
I remember I
game.
said watching on TV is like 30 minutes. Now, I got to ask you the thing that everybody wants to know. Did you get Runza or Valentino's while you were there, or did you try some of the new food?
Nah, I'm not going to lie. Do what you will, $11 for a couple of tall boys. And then I kind of cashed out there. And then I got really hot and I was like, let me get a Gatorade to clear it up. Right. So I didn't try any of the food. I was tempted by the Runza man coming up and down.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy in on that. I got brewskis later.
Okay. Well,
shout out a sponsor. Good sponsor.
Well, good stuff. And I know the food bank. I know they did runs a delivery. They're kind of partnering and all that. And I saw John Mayberry, Michaela Kumke, and all them. And so, with that being said, great weekend in Nebraska with some wins. Not only with the university, I know Concordia had a win on the football side of things. I saw Hastings College ended up upsetting number 22 ranked Northwestern as well. And so, you can go down the list. There's a lot going on, even in the high school ranks as well, as they're kind of making that turn. A lot of district play going on right now. I know Lincoln Southwest got a win, intercity matchup that was here on the ticket on Thursday. I believe it was Southwest and Northeast. And so both of them kind of making that turn. And then you've got a lot of the area like York and Seward. And so it's just things are kind of heating up. And then softball for high school, it's hard to believe it's kind of ending, and now they're doing their district play. And then you're going to have state softball here in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. Softball always sneaks up on me.
Yeah.
Because like the season feels like it just goes by in the blink of an eye. But yeah, nonetheless, you're absolutely right. It's heating up here, and I'm always itching for basketball. I know we got a little bit of ways yet, but I mean, even Lincoln Youth Football, it's like I feel like we just started the show, which will be on from 1 to 3 today. And you're looking at even high school football, and it's like, man, we're just chugging through the season. There's not, we got a few games here that we're definitely going to still be calling, but we'll be playoffs before we know it. And that'll roll into fall sports. And I just remember being in high school and like how quick that turnover is, especially if you're a multi-sport athlete. I mean, and then keeping your GPA up. Some were probably better than I was in high school, but it's a lot of work to keep up with.
Well, and that's a great part of it when you truly say scholar athlete, but just the joy. I always talk about, people say, I got the opportunity to speak to a couple teams. And one of the things they say, what was the thing that you remember most? And I just said to them, but I also say to parents, let them ride the bus home. I think I've spoken about that here before, is that bus ride home is where the memories are made, win or loss. I think about those college teams. The thing is, you don't get the option to sometimes parents, I'll drive them home, or, can I go with my parents and do this or whatever else? And I think about, the times when we lost, that it was great. I think the times when we, I don't say lost, it wasn't great, but when we lost, how we had to navigate that. Whether you played well, you played poorly, but also you made a bond. And then when you win, like the singing and the videos and stuff that comes out. And so, enjoy those rides home, enjoy those rides to the game. It'll end quickly. And so congratulations to all those out there doing things. A couple things. It was homecoming for the University of Nebraska as well. I know a lot of other schools are doing that as well. But one of the unique things, I said, it was said only for the third time or a second time in the school's history, they had 3 royalty winners, which I didn't realize.
I had no idea either.
Yeah. So congratulations to royalty Caden Conley of Lincoln, Nebraska, Claire Kelly of Grand Island, Nebraska, and Ava Hollingsworth of Omaha, Nebraska. They were actually the 3 homecoming royalty winners, and for only the second time in the school's history. So
I guess it's just you got a tie. Is that how it works out? Because they vote for it. So they must have just had a number where
they just were like, hey, we're not going to have a run. I mean, I've never heard of a runoff in homecoming.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and you don't want to have that one person all right, you tell me, give me a last vote. So you don't want people in that position. But no, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So shout out to that.
Hey, we got hanging chads. We're going to go ahead and do it again. Let's do a recount. You don't want that at homecoming. Let's just give all 3 of them in. So I think that's cool. My only weekly takeaways, I've got to engage with a lot of different things. I was telling Bella and Jesus, who just came in, but I told Bella when I was out, I was at Menards yesterday, and being at Menards, I was walking around, and one of the scholars that I've gotten to see, they looked and they were like, hey, Mr. Pete. And I was like, oh yeah, it's Mr. Pete. And we got Bella's fan club out here. They're like, Mr. Pete. And I said, wow, hey. They go, man, you look weird in Menards. I was like,
how do you take that? Is that just like a man, like slighting you as a man?
I don't
that you don't belong in a blue collar store.
I just don't know. I mean, I had shorts on. Everything. They've not really seen me outside of like slacks and suit and things like that, and so it was just kind of out of context. But I thought it was really fun. To they say the strangest things. Also, just quickly want to thank Jeff and Nicole. And last week we got to do the Hot Wings challenge, and got to put some pictures.
I did not do it. Just to clarify, you guys did it. I watched.
Well, you were involved. You emceed, you helped moderate, but it was a good time, and so you get a chance. Listen to them 9 to 11. The foreman, 8 to 9 or 8 to 9, and then before that, next 24. A good just catalog of shows on Sunday, and so really interested in that. So
shout out Brett Baker too. He's so great for what he does for us at the ticket. It's a lot of fun. I know Brett Baker texted DP about some bowlers that haven't done it yet. So Brett Baker, he's always great for the station. People are probably familiar. He does the Hot Ones challenge. He was on the Hot Ones at one point in time as well. But no, what he does for us here at the ticket, it's a lot of fun to have a guy who's actually got all that stuff on hand, all the wings on hand.
That's
all the
scary.
sauces.
The fact that he's got that on hand is one thing right there.
Oh, can you imagine that guy's spice cabinet at home? It's probably got nuclear tape around it. But no, shout out to him in particular because he's always willing to help out and put these things together. And I mean, it's always great for the views. People just like to see people suffer a little bit. Morbid curiosity, call it what you will.
Oh, love that. Well, hey, as we transition, we've got 2 scholars in the house. We had one of them with their fan club already come by the window, waving, everything else, giving them hyped up. But we have Bella in the house, Bella Beltran, and we got Jesus Soto in the place. And glad to have both of you here. How you doing this morning? Good. Fantastic. Well, hey, so I said my story about Menards a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in Menards, what is the item you're going for? Jesus, I'm going to start with you. If you were in Menards, what's the item you're going for right away?
Probably, I don't know. Well, if it's like right now, probably all the Christmas stuff because I love Christmas. But like on a regular day, the plant section.
Oh, okay. So you like the little outdoor. You got to go outside the store when the wooden doors, and you go out there. And, Okay. I didn't know that about you. Okay.
Learn something new every day.
Hey, there you go. I'm being educated. Bella, what about you?
Like Jesus said, currently I'd go for Halloween stuff. I'm not a big Christmas fan. More Halloween, but yeah, I don't know.
I like that. Do you like that? So what about the blow-ups? Are the blow-up things? That's your deal?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I still don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for a light, and then I was looking for something, some other stuff. So I guess I must have looked lost. Bathroom supplies and all that.
Menards will make you think you need to renovate the whole house if you spend enough time in there.
I watched a lot of people that I think they were renovating like a corporate building with the stuff that they were taking out.
Okay.
I mean, that's just my perspective. I mean, it was probably only 2x4s, but
True. I guess you go to Home Depot if you're just worried about the home.
Okay.
That was a bad joke. That was a dad joke. You don't have to.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Here goes the unk. We're going with the whole unk thing again. Well, hey, Jesus, why don't you tell us a little bit? Tell us about your journey. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm a scholar at UNL. I'm a sophomore. I'm majoring in advertising and public relations, minoring in youth, child and family studies. But I don't know. My journey started back in high school when I went to Northeast High School. That's where I got to be a part of the equity cadre that Pete so gratefully leads still. And I don't know, the equity cadre was such a big catalyst in my journey of activism and just like community work that I like to indulge in now. And like it really sparked something in me. I didn't know it at the time. Like I didn't know how big of an impact it would have, but there's still things that the equity cadre taught me and like just showed me that still lead like everything I do to this day. Like the activism I do on campus follows me. The activism I do in my community right now, it's just something that like I always knew that like I wanted to be someone that helped communities and helped people around me. I just didn't know how. And the equity cadre and everything I've been a part of since really shows me now like what steps I want to take to help the community at a greater scale.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about your involvements and your culture and things that have made you, but where have you always lived in Lincoln? Where did you go to school? And then tell us a little bit about who's in your family.
I moved to Lincoln when I was 3 from Mexico. I was like 3 years old, and I've lived in Lincoln my whole life ever since. I went to Everett Elementary. I went to Color Middle School, and then I graduated from Northeast High School. So just my whole life, and now I go to UNL. So just my whole life has been spent here. But in my family, it's just me, my mom, and my dad.
Okay.
So we're a small pack.
All right. No, and awesome. Any pets?
And my dog Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna get on the. I don't know if that'll crack the top 10. Harris and I kind of always judge. Mac, the dog is fine. It's just we go for the names. The names is what we kind of.
Well, I mean, if you look at him, like, I don't know if you've seen The Secret Life of Pets. He looks just like the dog from Secret Life of Pets, and his name is Max. So,
Okay.
That gives it a few points. Yeah, that gives it a few points. I think.
Harrison has a
Good
reference.
name recognition.
I'm more of a Jurassic Park animal type person, so I haven't seen that one, but I'll look it up. Well, Bella, how about you? Tell us a little bit about your journey, and we'll talk about who's in your family, etc.
So I have 6 siblings. I have biological, fostered, adopted siblings, all that.
Give them a shout out. Give them a shout out. I know they're listening. Go ahead. Give them their flowers.
My youngest brother Vicente, and then I have 2 older sisters, Diamond and Kaylee. Then 3 older brothers, Liam, Alex, and Selvin. And I have a dog named Etta. She's from Mexico. And I play volleyball. I've played volleyball for about 7 years now, and my sister Kaylee got me into volleyball and all that. But
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about where have you lived in Lincoln your entire life? Where did you go to school, and where do you go to school now?
I was born in Lincoln, always lived in Lincoln. I currently go to St. Teresa's Catholic School, actually my last year there. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And folks, you gave the siblings some love. Now we got some folks and we got some family members out here, so I don't want them coming pounding on the window. Here's gonna be like, "What about us? What about us?" So tell us.
My dad Bobby and my mom Carrie Beltran, they helped me actually prepare for this interview. Thanks, Mom. And then my aunt and uncle were the one fanning over me. So
Okay. Give them. Who are they?
my aunt Francisca actually helped me come onto this interview, and my uncle Romeo. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, and all your family, like I said, I've known your family in different capacities, and
Mhm.
other individuals, Ruben, who
Yeah.
also is kind of fanning you as well. And so you talked a little bit about both of you about your journeys in Lincoln, and then your time here. What's one thing about Lincoln, Jesus? I want to start with you that is unique to Lincoln. If somebody was coming here, each week we have teams come in and they may know Lincoln, but may not know Lincoln. What's one thing that you would say is kind of unique to this place?
I would say it's like inclusivity and like diversity, because you look at it, like if you were to look at the demographics, you would be like, oh, that's not somewhere like that would have a diverse population like as New York or Los Angeles. But you come here and once you actually like interact with the people here, you notice that everybody's like cultural awareness and like culture really shines through and like is given a space here. So like just down the street, like all the Mediterranean restaurants, the Mexican restaurants all around town, like you really like get to see that. And like I feel like if you were to look from a map or like just from far away, you'd be like, oh, that's not really a place. Like, why would I go there? Like, there's probably nothing there, but there's a lot here.
Love that. Bella, what about you?
Yeah, I think that Lincoln, it looks small, but there's a bunch of great things and activities for people traveling or even just driving through. Like my cousins, we always go to the children's center, and it's fun. And there's just a bunch of different things that you can do here that it doesn't look like there is. And it looks small, but it's big. And the community, we support each other. And I just think that we help each other with what we can.
Love that. So you talked about like your schools. Both of you are, in the process of getting your education at different levels. Bella, you talked about you're at St. Teresa's.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit and give some shout outs to individuals there that might be listening. Tell us a little bit for those that might not know what St. Teresa's is, and then what makes that place so special.
Yeah. So St. Teresa, you can go from preschool all the way to 8th grade. And the teachers there are great. Mrs. Cujon is my current teacher right now. And I have a bunch of great teachers. Mrs. P helps a bunch of us. And I like to say that she's one of our favorite teachers.
Oh, so they're all there when they come back in Monday morning. They're gonna have
Yeah.
she's gonna have the shirt on. I'm the favorite.
Yeah,
I'm the
I
favorite.
think, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's well known that she's a favorite, but, you know, and the friends there that I've made are just so great, and we help each other and we build each other up, and everybody that I've met, we've helped each other, even grades below us or above us. I just think that if someone's struggling and like you see it, I just think that it's kind of like a small community that we help each other and we notice things, but the principal there is good. She helps a lot of people. Sister Mary Michael, thank you.
Okay.
But yeah.
See, you're a pro already. Harrison's got it. He's like looking. He's like, she's got the name drop. So when she walks in, there's going to be multiple people being like, yes, yes. So both of you have talked about just involvements. Bella, you talked about volleyball. You know, Jesus, you talked about some of the things you were involved in high school. Just tell us, you know, and I'll start with you, Jesus, some of the things, something else that you were involved in that you're proud of, whether it is currently as you've transitioned from high school to college, what's something you're involved in now? And then Bella, I want to ask you just a little bit, like your involvement in volleyball. It seems like something you're passionate about. So,
well, just as a few weeks ago, I joined the university program council at UNL.
Okay.
Tell
us what that is.
UPC is in charge of like creating most of the more entertaining and like educational events, like the big speakers, like when we have comedians and we had Waka Flocka Flame last year. Like UPC is the program that's in charge of creating all those events. But as I was like kind of pressured to join by one of my friends, shout out Liz. She was like, you have to join. I was like, okay. And then I put it off. I was like, I don't really know that I want to join this because it's just intimidating. I don't know. And then she finally pressured into making me sign up. I got an interview. I went to the interview. Then I found out I got the spot in the program. So I was like, okay, this is nerve-wracking, but this is really exciting. So the first meeting, immediately, like everybody was so welcoming, and they're like, just there's so many diverse students in the council. So like just hearing everybody's stories, and then despite how different everybody's background is, everybody was so open-minded and welcoming to every single person and every single new member. Like my fear going into it was like, oh, everybody's gonna have like their cliques, like their friends, like already, like I'm just gonna be like over on the side. But no, everybody was so like open, like welcoming with open arms, everybody.
So any upcoming entertainment announcements you can make that we can break here on the ticket this morning? I'm Bigger Than the Score.
October 30th, Corbin Blue is going to be having a dance show type of thing. So be there.
Okay. And Bella, quickly before we go to break, volleyball is something you've done. You said you've done that for 7 years, if I'm not correct. What position?
For school, we don't really have positions, but when I played on club, I was a libero. I always loved diving on the floors, but yeah, we actually had a game last Thursday and we won.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been playing for 7 years. I've always loved playing.
Looking forward to that high school transition.
Yeah.
And making that happen. All right.
Yeah.
So are you a Husker fan or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Favorite player before we go to break?
Alexis Rodriguez.
Very good. Very good choice. Hey, we'll be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on the ones and twos with Harrison, who's holding it down. Always appreciate him. And got a full studio again. We got Bella Beltran and Jesus Soto in the house. They are enlightening us on their activities, their involvements, and so want to keep that rolling. So, Jesus, you talked a little bit earlier about kind of culture that you moved here when you were 3 years old. Tell us a little bit more just about how culture has played a role in your life. Your family's kind of invested in you and how you've kind of maintained that.
Yeah, it's definitely like moving here, like there's always a fear. Like I feel like my parents had a fear that like once we moved here, we'd lose our culture and like kind of like just lose traditions and stuff like that. But I think they've done a good job of instilling those traditions in me still, and like making sure I'm aware and fully grasping and immersing myself in our culture. I feel like Lincoln also played a big part in that. The community here has helped with the culture, because they're being such a welcoming community. It's not like you have to fear of like doing your traditions or stuff, or it's not like there's not the resources to do it. Like we just had the Hispanic Festival at Antelope Park. We had Fiesta on the Green at UNL. Just events like those that like for like we talked about University Program Council. Fiesta on the Green was like, while planning it, was just like another event, and then once we were actually there and like we saw the people show up, and like not just Hispanic people, but like everybody showed up, and we had about 600 attendees. And seeing that really was like, okay, so we have to do more of these events for other cultures and for everybody, because the turnout was so good, and like the impact, people were coming up to us like, thank you so much. I'm studying abroad from Mexico, or from I think we had some from Venezuela, and they were like, this is so fun, and like really brings me back, or like really shows, like gives me a piece of home that I've been missing so much, so like this semester.
Well, and you talked about a lot of the experiences and the engagements that have been happening around town, and we've profiled some with the Welcome Center. We talked about the Latino Festival. It is Hispanic Heritage Month. It started on September 15th, and each year, because El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Nicaragua all observe their Independence Day on that date. Mexico observes it on September 16th, and Chile on September 18th. Celebrate their Independence Day during that stretch in that month. So that's why it starts. Some people are like, why didn't it just start at the beginning of September? But in the middle, that's the reason. And it just celebrates individuals, and it celebrates people living in the United States who have ancestries from countries where Spanish is the primary language. So like the term Hispanic was created in 1970 after the U.S. Census started. So a lot of tie-ins to the things that you were talking about, but also as you talked about who you are and what you represent as you go out in space. Bella, you nodded your head a lot on a lot of things Jesus was saying, but also earlier when we talked about just the inclusiveness and then just the various components. How does culture play a role in your life?
I think it plays a role in my life because a bunch of my friends that are Hispanic, and like growing up, I didn't really grow up learning Spanish, and I wish I did, and some of my friends that are Hispanic, like getting more into my culture is just so fascinating to me, and to see all people that are inclusive, and I just think it's so great to see people being inclusive about people being Hispanic, and sometimes I wish I got more into my culture, because the Hispanic culture is just so beautiful, and I also think it's so beautiful how people can be so inclusive with not only Hispanic cultures but other cultures.
You talked about the beauty of it. What is one of those things that you look at and you're like, man, that's pretty cool. Like that's awesome. I get to celebrate that, and that's who I am.
So when I was younger, I used to dance, and dancing was just so fun, and I met a bunch of great people, and the memories were great, and I went to go see a show, I think, and people were dancing and all that, and I wish I still continued dancing, and I just find it so beautiful, like the different dancings there is with Hispanic culture and the different like food there is, the food's great, but
Now you got a group here. Harris and I are looking. We were just talking about that during the break on food. What is a food from your culture that you're like, everybody needs to try this?
I think street tacos. I love
Okay.
street tacos so much. The cilantro on it, a little lemon on it. It's
Okay.
so good.
Okay.
But
What kind of beef? Kind of side? What
beef, yeah.
the
I
beef?
like beef
Okay.
with it.
Okay. Like that. Like that. Jesus, what about you? What's something that you have an immense amount of pride in, that revolves around just your culture, that you feel like, when I walk out on these streets, like I need everybody to see this about me?
I think for me, the biggest part of the culture that I'm most greatly tied to is the how much Hispanics value family, and that's something that they hold very close to them. I hold my family very dearly. It's just three of us, but like whether it'd be 10, 12 of us or just the three of us, I'd hold the same amount of love and like gratitude for them. And every time, like everything I do and like every accomplishment I make, it's thanks to my family, and also I like to do it for my family. Like I just got a scholarship from UNL, and we had this brunch, and the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm like everything that led me to everything that led me to sitting here is because of my parents, and also everything that I do while I'm here at college is for my parents.
As we have a lot of individuals, and we've had individuals in these chairs that, have, their mothers have sat here, and the daughters, we've had them introduce to mom. And I remember her crying, and, a son being in this space. What is a piece, and I don't want to say cultural piece of advice, but sometimes we significant. I remember my mom said, I'm gonna go ahead and whoop that butt, or whatever. But what's a piece of advice that you were given from your mom or dad that still resonates with you today? You talked about it, I'm here because of my family, but what's a piece of advice that they've given you?
My mom, she always says, "El límite es el cielo," which translates to "the sky's the limit." And just every time, whether I'm going to take an exam and I'm nervous, or I'm going to meet some new people and I'm nervous, she texts me that or says that to me before then. And that's just something like a motto that I hold very closely to me, because seeing their sacrifices and like everything they've been through, it's just like really showing that the sky is the limit. Like if you were to tell like 5-year-old version of my dad what he would be doing and what he'd have now, he wouldn't believe you. So just like that motto, and like I try to live by that, because the sky is the limit. Like there's nothing that you can't overcome, and there's nothing that there's no obstacle too big or too small.
Bella, what about you? What's a piece of advice that your folks have given you that are, I don't want to say real specific, but it's something that you may like, man, some of my other friends aren't getting this, but I'm getting this, and it's a little gem and it's a nugget that's going to push me to that next step?
A piece of advice that I've received is probably to do hard things even if you don't want to, because honestly, I was very nervous to do this interview, and now that I'm doing it, it's very easy. And I thought I was gonna be here scrambling up my words, but I just doing hard things that you don't want to can really push you to see what your limits are, and you know helping other people as well, not only just yourself, with things like this can help people bring each other up, and like seeing what your limits are.
I resonate on what both of y'all are saying, and I love how you gave credit to your family, but also, doing hard things. And that's, not always easy. It's not always championed. You don't always get the affirmation right off the bat, but doing those things is a great piece of advice for individuals. What's a piece of advice that you would give to educators right now, kind of just in general, but I say in this time, but just in general, what's a piece of advice you give to educators? Because you named off some great ones who've been investing in you, that have loved on you, that definitely when you spoke about them, you smiled. So if you got to speak to every educator in the country, what's a piece of advice you'd give to them?
I think that educators should just be more understanding, because educators that I have, they're so great, but I think that being understanding and giving grace, especially with what's going on with the world right now, I just think they should be more understanding with students, what is going on at home, and just being patient, because everybody is on a different level of like learning and like intellect and all that. But I think that just understanding and giving grace.
Love that. Jesus, piece of advice that you give to educators?
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, just that understanding piece is so important, because there is so many different like obstacles that life throws at people, and to some people, like, they're huge, some people are really small, but like obstacles are obstacles nonetheless. And like what might seem like like you didn't get a full night's sleep, that seems like a small problem to have, but for that student or for whoever, that just made or break how well they did on their exam. Or it could be like oh, a family member just passed away. That's obviously, that seems like a bigger obstacle, but that also like affects how you learn just as much as not getting a full night's rest. So just that understanding and like kind of catering to every student. At the Y where I work, we do before and after school care, seeing how different students, like whether it's behaviors or learning, like that some of them take it in differently than others. What you do for one of them is not going to work for the other one. So just kind of maneuvering and like figuring them out on a more personal and deeper level, rather than just giving them the same thing, hoping they're all going to do it the same way and at the same efficiency as others.
Bella, what's a truth about life you wish more people understood?
Something that my family says is that there's room at the table for everyone. And my family says that because with everybody that we fostered, if someone needs anything, we're always going to give them what they need, and we're always so accepting. And if someone needs help, if it's a stranger on the streets to a family member, we will always help. And that's just like a little family motto we go by, I guess. But
say it again.
There's always more room at the table for everyone.
Without question. We're going to go to break here on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. We'll be back with Bella and Jesus.
Provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, joined on the ones and twos with Harrison. And in studio, we have Bella Beltran and Jesus Soto for our last segment. Also wanted to mention that something unique, because we've been talking about culture, we've been talking about their journey. The cultural centers of the Lincoln Collaborative this week broke ground on a new cultural hub to celebrate diversity and community. So congratulations. There'll be partnering agencies in there with the Malone Center, the Asian Cultural Center, and El Centro. And Bella has relations to those at El Centro, and Romeo is the executive director there. And so if you get a chance, a shout out to them. El Centro de las Americas does phenomenal things in the community. They had the Latino Festival, and then also do the Wine Chocolate Tango. And so encourage you, if you get a chance, go to elcentro.org. That's ELCENTRONE.org to find out more about all the great work that they're doing in the community as well. So with that, we, traditionally want to know, what are your future aspirations, Bella? Where do you see yourself in 20, 30 years? And then how can people help you get there?
20, 30 years. Well, for college, I really want to play volleyball, but I've always wanted to travel the world, and I feel like being a flight attendant, it's a good opportunity to see the world, and I've always found traveling so interesting. And when I went on vacation to Cancun in Mexico, it was so beautiful, and I loved it. It was just so pretty.
Favorite destination? Where would you want to go?
Probably Cancun again. It was just so beautiful, and
Okay. And team you'd want to play for? The coaches out there listening, they can start the recruitment process now.
I'd probably want to play for Nebraska.
Okay. Okay. Danny Busboom, we got right here. Another Alexis Rodriguez looking for you. So make that happen. What about you? Jesus, what's kind of future plans, aspirations?
Last time I was on here on the show, I had talked about how I wanted to go into like entertainment and kind of play my part in broadening inclusion and representation in media. That is still a big part of my aspirations, but that can be really hard to get into entertainment and like make a name for yourself there. But something that my eyes have been open to a lot recently is like nonprofit work and how much impact they make. Women of the Year, Michaela Kumke, she has really played a big part in that. Just seeing everything she does and like how she touches every single like community's life and like heart that she meets. That's so inspiring to me. And she majored in ad PR too, so knowing that that's something that I could do in the future is really motivating, and something I look forward to.
Awesome. So to wind up, Bella, finish the statement. Love is
my family. My family has always been there to support not only me but everybody else. If someone wanted to do something, my parents would always find the time to help them pursue it, but our family's just so very close, and I don't know what I would do without my family.
Jesus, welcome message to those coming into the community, those in the community. And then I asked you at the break, share it with us in Spanish and then translate it for us.
A todos los que vienen a Lincoln tienen un lugar, hay un lugar para todos, y no tengan miedo, especialmente en momentos como los que estamos viviendo ahora, pero es también a todos los que vienen y todos los que viven en Lincoln es muy importante ahora más que nunca agarrarnos de la mano y echarle ganas, porque hay tiempos difíciles, pero nosotros podemos sobrepasar todos los obstáculos que se vengan a nosotros. My translation is to everybody coming in, to the Hispanic community. You have a space here in Lincoln. There will always be a space for everybody in Lincoln. That is one of the most wonderful parts of Lincoln. Everybody has a seat at the table. But now more than ever, especially in these hard times that our community is facing, it is important that we grab each other by the hands and support each other. And there's lots of stuff going against us, but we're stronger than that, and we can overcome everything.
That want to say I appreciate both of y'all being here today, who you are, what you're about, but also just the light that you shined on for so many others. So with that being said, Bella, Hey, we're gonna see you on the court down at Devaney and then PBA. Hey, Zeus, you're on UPC. Just book yourself for October 30th. You can be the opening act.
All right.
With that being said, we'll be back next week on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Things that impair you